So in the first slide, we are going to see what is a desert. Okay, desert are places which usually have these three characteristics. They have very low rainfall, they have scanty vegetation. Scanty vegetation means there is little to no amount of flora, that is plants present there, and then there will be extreme temperature. It might be extremely hot or it might be extremely cold. And then there are two types of deserts. Cold desert. The best example for cold desert is Ladakh. Here the temperature will be extremely low. And then the hot desert. The best example is the Sahara. And here the temperature will be extremely hot. And usually people in these places, since they live in a special climatic condition, they learn to adapt to their environment. The Saharan Desert covers the following 11 countries: Tunisia, Libya, Egypt, Sudan, Chad, Niger, Mali, Mauritania, Western Sahara, Morocco, and Algeria. The Sahara Desert lies in North Africa and it is the world's largest desert. And it has an area of 8.54 million square kilometer, touching 11 countries. And all over this, you will find sand, gravel, plateaus, and rocky surfaces. And this is the climatic condition of Sahara Desert. They are hot and dry. The skies are usually clear and cloudless. So even if you look at the background in the slide, you'll see the sky to be very much cloudless. And then in hot deserts, the days will be very hot and the nights will be extremely cold. So flora refers to plants. These three are the major plants that you can find in the Sahara Desert: cactus, date palms, and acacia. Fauna refers to wildlife of a place. The common fauna found in the Sahara deserts are jackals, snakes, camels, lizards, and hyenas. And these are the occupational activities of the people of Sahara Desert. Mostly the people of Sahara Desert are nomadic tribes. That is, they don't settle in a place, they move from one place to another. And the two most important tribes of the Sahara Desert are Bedouins and Tuaregs. Listen carefully: Bedouin and Tuaregs. And they usually live by rearing livestock, that is, raising cattle. The animals that are usually present there are horses, camels, sheep, and goats. These animals provide them with milk and their hides. Hides means skin. And with this skin, they make belts, slippers, and water bottles for their daily usage. And further, the hair of these animals are used for making carpets, cloths, and blankets. There are also population of the Sahara Desert which has settled near oasis and Nile Valley, because the condition near these places, the geographical condition near these places are very good for settlement. And near the Nile Valley, crops are grown. And these are the crops that are grown: rice, wheat, barley, beans, and cotton. And Egyptian cotton is a very popular cotton. Further, minerals such as oil, iron, phosphorus, manganese, and uranium are found there. So what we learn from this is the usual occupational activities of these people are rearing livestock, and then there is also agriculture, because near the valley of River Nile, crops are grown, and even mining might be there because you find iron, phosphorus, manganese, and uranium. And further, there is also oil. So these are the images of Bedouin and Tuareg tribe. Bedouin and Tuareg. Tafilalat oasis. This is the largest oasis in the world and it is present in Morocco and which is a part of the Sahara Desert. It has an area of about 13,000 square kilometer. And this is an image of the Uberi lakes found in the Sahara Desert, and it has a beautiful oasis. And usually, when we think of desert, we will be looking at all the sands and some tents and tribal people living there and moving in camel. But that is not the same case everywhere and all the time. The Sahara Desert has undergone massive changes. Now, there are lots of cities with skyscrapers, gleaming glasses in those buildings. Like you might see buildings as you would see in any other city, like tall structures with glasses, and then super highways are being built there. And not everyone uses camels, of course. It's 21st century. Trucks are replacing camels. And Tuaregs, the Tuareg tribe, now they have started working as travel guides for tourists. That's a wonderful occupation for those people because they have been in the desert for a long time. Their tribe has been in the desert for a long time. So they are becoming travel guides. And the nomadic tribes, both Tuaregs and the Bedouins, they are settling in cities and they are finding jobs in oil and gas operations. Now let's see the cold desert, and it is Ladakh from India. First, let us see the location of Ladakh. It lies to the east of Jammu and Kashmir, and it is surrounded by Karakoram ranges in the north and Zanskar ranges in the south. Rivers usually form deep valleys and gorges as they flow through it. And one of the most important river is River Indus. And there are many glaciers found in this place. The climate of Ladakh Desert is very cold. During summers, the climate in the morning is usually a little above 0 degrees Celsius, and at night it is below minus 30 degrees Celsius. And during the winters, it is minus 40 degrees Celsius. And this is due to its altitude. And the altitude of this place ranges from 3000 meter in Kargil and to over 8000 meter in Karakoram. And there is very low rainfall because it lies in the rain shadow region, and usually the rainfall is less than 10 centimeters. And now the flora and fauna of Ladakh. There is sparse vegetation. Sparse vegetation means very less vegetation due to aridity. Aridity means having little or no rain. The land is too dry and cannot support any form of vegetation, that is, growth of plants. We find only very scanty patches of grasses and shrubs. Very little amount of grasses or some small shrubs will be found here and there. And there are some trees, and these are the trees: willows, poplars, fruit trees that are usually found in Ladakh are apples, apricots, and walnuts. And the fauna are goats, yaks, dogs, and sheep. And sometimes birds from other regions are also found here. When they have migrated, they settle here for a while. The people of Ladakh will usually resemble the inhabitants of Tibet and Central Asia, and most of the people here are either Muslims or Buddhists. The people cultivate barley, potatoes, peas, beans, and turnip in summer, and in winter it would be too cold. We know the temperature, it's minus 40 degrees Celsius, so it is not possible to grow any crops. So mostly during the time of winter, the people will keep themselves busy by involving themselves in festivities and ceremonies. And the women are usually hard workers. They will work in house, field, and they will also own small businesses or shops. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, please hit the like button and feel free to comment. Thank you.